It's like at this point, I don't know what to do. I don't know who to believe. I don't know which way to go because we were trying to get in touch with the embassy and we finally did. And they gave us some information that clearly we did not want to hear.
Yes, sir. Yes. I mean, we've had other cases like yours. That is why I'm mentioning that we do know for certain that the vehicles are usually not returned.
Okay, so we know you guys have had questions, and trust me, we have had the same questions, if not more. But we are giving you the information as we are getting the information, and I know sometimes you feel like you're not getting enough, but imagine how we feel knowing that it's our van and we're going through that situation. But we want to let you know exactly what happened in the building because we know you have questions. So we're gonna kind of take you through
what happened inside the building.
So we got into this building and the hard hats and the steel toe shoes, they were warranted because they were at one point was doing some type of construction or refinery construction back there. So you still have to wear the hard hats, and that's the reason why. Because I know a lot of you guys were wondering like, okay, so why did you have to wear a hard hat inside of a government building? Well, that's the same thing that we were wondering. So we get in there and we're thinking that we're gonna have to go inside of an office and we're gonna sit down and we're gonna tell our story, and yeah, it wasn't anything like that.
No.
Like it was a very small room and there was a glass partition that divided the Aduna representative and us.
That was it. They told us that we couldn't get any contact information from them because that's how they keep bribery down. So they're only allowed to contact our lawyer, and our lawyer's only able to contact us. So right now, by us turning in those documents, we know that we stopped the auction process, and right now it's basically under like an investigation process. So they wouldn't like assess fines and penalties and then fees, and then you can get it? It'll just be a straight just no?
Most likely, yes. It'll be a no. Mm-hmm.
So we get a call from a guy from the embassy. You guys know that we've been trying to get in touch with someone or get someone from the embassy to contact us. And we finally get a call from someone from the embassy, and he doesn't reveal his last name. He's kind of vague in the information that he's giving.
You can just check with a different attorney to get a second opinion and see if there's an actual chance. Because, I mean, if they can find a loophole, and that's exactly what I'm talking about. I mean, you have to find a loophole in order to get the vehicle back.
And he is very, I mean, the information that he does give is just
general,
and it's
Wikipedia-ish.
It's not helpful.
No.
It's just like 95% of the people that get into the situation never get their vehicle back, and I just have to tell you, and you know, I just wanted to be straight up with you. And I mean, that's the terms that he's using. He's like, I just want to be straight up with you, and you know, unless there's a loophole, and you know, your best bet is to just get a lawyer and talk to the customs agent. And so the whole situation is like, it's crazy to us because
just 3 days, not even 3 days, I think like 2 days after that, we get a call from our attorney telling us that there's 3 options with the van now after they've accepted the documents, and one of them was they can, they can take the van.
Well, the first one was they can give the van back with fines or
fees, or they can take the van and just have to explain to you why they took it. And the last one was
need more paperwork.
Oh, they needed more paperwork. And some of the reasons they could take a van, because we asked, is if the van was used illegally, like if it was used in a murder or transportation of drugs, or just basically if the van broke any kind of illegal law. And actually they said in both countries. So it has to make sure it has a clean record in Mexico and a clean record in the US.
Yeah, so it's weird because at this point we're confused, and well, we're even more confused than what we already were, because we have this guy who refuses to give his last name calling from the embassy in Mexico that says you guys are most likely never getting your vehicle back. And then we have the aduna and our lawyer calling saying that there's a possibility that you might get it back. We just have to do like some research on it. We have to put the VIN number into a database to make sure that it hasn't been involved in any illegal activity. And, you know, if that's the case, then you guys can get it back. So,
and you're right.
It's weird because it's...
I have questions because, I mean, the U.S. keeps a database, and I'm sure ours isn't perfect. So I can only imagine how Mexico's database could be. How is that one kept, and how is that one going to be searched? You know, it's just like, okay, all right. So this is what these people do all day. They just search databases full of VIN numbers for everything that gets confiscated in the country.
It's like at this point, I don't know what to do. I don't know who to believe. I don't know which way to go, because we were trying to get in touch with the embassy, and we finally did, and they gave us some information that clearly we did not want to hear. But at the same time, the embassy is telling us to contact the lawyer, and the lawyer is giving us some information that is completely opposite of what the embassy is giving. And it's like, I just want my van back. Like, I'll just pay some fines and fees at this point, or, you know, whatever the situation is, but at least let us know something. So because of the recent emails and the messages and the conflicting information that we've been getting, we still want to share the information with you, but we're not going to share everything with you how we have been doing it on YouTube. We are actually starting a
YouTube memberships account where you're able to see the stuff that is private that we want to share with you, but we don't want to share with it publicly because of what's going on. We're going to post images and video content of what's going on behind the scenes on that side of our membership channel.
If you want to check it out, you want to hear the call, just go over there, and it's all there for you.
Right.
As far as this call, it just feels kind of creepy, and I know that, you know, I'm usually thinking, you know, I'm super optimistic and I think positive about everything, and I want to see like the upside in this, but I just can't. And it's not that, you know, I don't know, it's not that I don't want to hear like the hard truth about the van. It's just that I want it to be more reputable, you know. I want to at least know who I'm speaking to. Like, this guy didn't even give his last name, and it just seemed so shady, and he didn't answer any questions, and it was like all over the place. But you know, because some other people can look at that and say, well, you guys just don't want to hear that you're never getting it back again. And that's not it.
We questioned him on the phone, and we have it recorded, but like we said, we're not going to put that out here right now. That's going to go in our private bin. And you hear us questioning him, and it's kind of like vague answers. It's just very weird. It was a weird call. It was like one of those X-Files. I guess because I grew up during X-Files. It gives off X-Files vibes. It's just weird. It was,
I don't know. I don't want that to be it. And then knowing that we had such a high because
turned in the paperwork and
the attorneys, and they called and they're like, you know, you have 3 options, and the only way that it won't get back is if it's, you know, something illegal was done with it. And we're like, you know, cool. You know, the van is fine. The titles are clean. Right. Everything is great. We have insurance.
Right. Yes.
Everything is great.
We have full coverage.
Yeah. You know, it's not any of that, so we should be great. And then we get out of the blue, we get a call from the embassy saying the exact opposite of anything we ever wanted to hear. And it's like, why? Yeah. When does this end? So guys, if you made it this far, if you're not subscribed already, make sure you subscribe so you can find out what's going on in our crazy world.
Right, and don't forget, if you're able to donate, give to our GoFundMe account. That'll definitely go to helping us getting free in NOLA. And I think we have a surprise maybe soon. Tonight I ordered some free NOLA shirts. We're going to see how they look like, and all those little fundraising for that will go towards getting NOLA out of Mexico.
I don't know. Until we find out more, I guess. Deuces.